as I was saying, the storm grew bigger and bigger, but at last it was a terrible one. The house out of rock stood firm, but the house built on the sand began to wobble. And teeter, and then fell with a great crash.
All right, way cool. So, does anyone know what Jesus meant by the parable?
I think it's pretty obvious. If you want to build a strong church, you need a foundation of really solid leaders. Like me, for example. Judas Iscariot, CPA.
CPA?
Certified Palestinian accountant. I think my resume speaks for itself.
Let's see. Oh, a degree from Temple.
Well, I had to make a few sacrifices, but it was worth it.
So you're saying that in this parable, you will be the rock.
Who else?
And the sand?
Are you kidding me? Look at this bunch. We got a couple of hit fishermen, a tax collector everybody hates, these ditzy women. I mean, talk about building on bad dirt.
Well, Judas, I do have to admit, Jesus did give the nickname Rock to one of his followers.
What did I tell you?
Yeah, it was his name for Simon! Oh!
Simon, you've got to be kidding.
That's who Jesus picked to be his #1 man.
No way. I'd make a much better rock.
You can think you're wise with a PhD. But the only thing that matters is a master's degree. On your heavenly resume, how much master you're trying to obey.
trouble with the Pharisees, the teachers of the religious law.
Oh, so you're the great storyteller. You know, we've heard some stories about you.
I heard he lets his followers eat without washing their hands.
I heard that he eats with sinners and criminals. I think you've got a lot of explaining to do, Jesus. Is there someone here from the high court?
Oh, I am.
Great. Would you to ask him some questions?
I'd be delighted. Sir, will you take one step forward and state your name?
Jesus of Nazareth.
Mr. of Nazareth. I want to direct you to Exhibit A. The first 5 books in the Mosaic Code. My question to you is, if I look by the law, how will I live forever?
Well, you're the one with all the books. Why don't you look it up?
I don't have to. The answer is 1, 2, 3.
Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your strength and all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself.
Hey, you guys are pretty good. Well, if you can do all that, I guess you don't need me.
Objection! Witness is being evasive.
Sustain.
So, can you define the term neighbor?
Tell you what, I'll answer that with a little story. It's about a priest, a Levite, a traveling salesman, and a Samaritan.
You're going to answer my question for a Samaritan joke?
Oh, I love those. I just don't get it.
We don't have to hear this. We know Samaritans are nasty and bad people.
We sure do.
I think this story might surprise you.
Very well. Case dismissed. Jesus and his disciples went on their way. And they came to a village where a woman named Martha welcomed Jesus into her home. She had a sister named Mary. And Mary sat down and listened while Jesus talked.
Do you know what the kingdom of God is like? Can you think of a parable for it?
Ooh, I know.
Yes, Simon?
It's a kingdom, right? So it's gotta be something big and strong. How about a great big castle with guns sticking out all over it?
No, Simon. That's not it.
No?
No, the kingdom of God is like a mustard seed. Like this.
That itty bitty thing is gonna grow into a big jar of mustard? No way! I can't even see it.
Oh, I get it.
Yes, Mary?
The kingdom of God is like a precious little seed, and you have to protect it, right? So you put it in this pretty case of stained glass, and you keep it locked up safe forever and ever and ever.
I'm afraid that's not it either.
It's not
If you want to see it grow, you've got to put it in the dirt.
dirt?
Yeah, let it crack open.
Ew, that's disgusting!
Excuse me, dear. Step aside.
Hey, Martha, where have you been?
In the kitchen, working, alone.
You're in trouble! Oh, I'm sorry, I was just listening to Jesus.
Well, as a matter of fact, I couldn't help overhearing. And I think I see where Jesus is going with this. It's quite simple. The kingdom of God is like cooking a 7-course dinner. Just like you want in the kitchen, for example. Now, if you consult my book, Martha's Guide, Perfect Bodies, you will see it's essential to plan the menu. Assemble your ingredients, defrost the meat, whip the cream, set the table, cook the food, and work. That is what serving God is all about. But if more of us pitch in once in a while, and I will say names, even though you do know my sister, we could whip God's kingdom into shape. So, Jesus, what did you tell me?
Martha, what?
Did I say something wrong?
Martha, sister's right. I just want to spend time with the two of you.
If that's what you really want, but I don't see that you can do anything.
After you plant a mustard seed, you water it and feed it. Then after that, it puts out branches. And pretty soon, it's so big that birds come and make nests in it. That's what the kingdom of God is like.
One day, Jesus entered the town of Jericho and was passing through. In the town, there lived a man named Zacchaeus.
was also a tax collector and very rich. He wanted to see Jesus, but the crowd was too big.
Excuse me, can you see him as they come in here? Hey, everyone, look who it is. Let's get out of here. Are you sure it's not knee-high Maya? Get it? Knee-high Maya? Get lost, man. Yeah, go tax someone else.
So Zacchaeus ran ahead and climbed a tree. When Jesus got there, he looked up and saw him.
Hey, Zacchaeus, come on down. I want to visit your house.
Oh, Jesus, what are you doing? That guy's a tax collector. Yeah, you do not want to go to his house.
Yes, I do. It's why I came, to find things that are lost. What do you say, Zacchaeus?
Who would he ever
And maybe it's mine.
Zacchaeus was so touched, he climbed down out of that tree and said,
Jesus, I'd be honored if this very day I could bring half money on to the poor. And if I cheat anybody, I can beg 4 times as much.
Guess who's coming to dinner? Salvation.
Whoa, wait a minute. This man's a liar and a thief. You're gonna believe him?
And even if he is telling the truth, why should we be nice to him?
yeah, brother, are we things you know?
Let me tell you a story.
Oh no, not another story.
No, wait. Just listen. Once there was a father who had 2 children. The older one stayed at home, trying to do everything right.
Well, of course.
The younger one just wanted to have fun and tried to do everything her own way.
I want everything that's coming to me. I want it now!
I don't think that's such a good idea. You're so young. Shouldn't you wait a few years?
You're so lame! You ought to this. You should have said I'm sick of it!
I care for you. Shouldn't you wait a few years?
Yeah, but guess what? You're not the boss anymore. I'm giving the money.
Believe it or not, the father took half of the family money and gave it to the child.
Look out, world! Here I come!
The child went to a country far away and wasted all of her money in reckless spending.
You're alive,
You're in the right place, honey.
and you are here. You're gonna get good things.
Got your money? Lots.
Here, come on.
Come on in, you got friends. You got money and your money's spent. We got a place where the lights are bright, and people don't ask what's wrong or right. So come on in, it's a place to wait. It's a place for folks who like to say, now go your way. Don't care about should you should. Now get down to the business. Get down to the good. Forget about being straight. Money's not everyone. Now know your way. And get what you
Well, it didn't take long before the child spent everything she had,
You're wrong! Yeah!
and she had to take the only job she could find, eating pigs.
Got no money, got no friends. That's the way the party ends. Acting like the pig
She wished she could eat the garbage the pigs are eating. Nobody gave her anything. She finally came to her senses and said,
What am I doing here? Back at my father's house, even the servants had paid. I want to go home.
Spoiled brat, a lesson.
I say, send her to her room without supper.
Paperwork, payback, all of them.
Take orders, stop the barrel! Oh, yeah! What? Too hard?
It hasn't been invented yet.
Oh, right! I was thinking of something even better. The good child who stayed at home gets to have the rotten one as a personal slave for a whole year!
No, that's not how the story goes. The father didn't punish her.
What did?
I gave her a fiesta.
Whoa, what? I'm the one who should get a party. I mean, a fiesta. I did everything right.
That's it, Jesus. Your stories make no sense at all.
Or go back.
Let's just get out of here.
Oh, but by the way, Jesus, I know you like to write, didn't you? Just wait, I may have one that'll change your mind.
Jeez, I could have put the damn wrong things.
Oh, I don't know. What do you say?
I say my child was lost.
And now I'm back.
And I say my child was dead.
Sing
Not like that.
I'm sorry, I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
So, what did happen next? The Pharisees were very angry at Jesus, and they plotted to kill him. But they didn't do it, did they? I mean, you're the Messiah, the Son of God.
Thank you, Simon. But you all know, there's still one more story we have to tell.
understand them.
Not exactly. Even true stories can have surprises.
On the third day, some friends of Jesus went to the tomb, and when they arrived, they saw two angels there. The angels said, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He's not here.